Graduation gifts should feel personal, lasting, and useful beyond the ceremony itself. Most people are trying to find something meaningful without buying something that ends up forgotten a few months later. Jewelry consistently stands out because it combines emotional value with everyday wearability. A well made piece can handle daily life, travel, sweat, and regular wear while still feeling tied to an important milestone. So, what are good graduation gifts for someone who hates clutter? Jewelry is one of the best graduation gifts for someone who hates clutter because it is wearable, compact, and emotionally lasting. A necklace, bracelet, ring, or pair of earrings becomes part of our daily routine instead of taking up space in a drawer or on a shelf. Most graduation gifts eventually become background clutter. Jewelry avoids that because it has both practical use and sentimental meaning at the same time. Minimal timeless pieces feel intentional without adding unnecessary stuff to someone's life. So, what are practical but meaningful graduation gift ideas? Practical but meaningful graduation gift ideas should be useful every day while still carrying emotional significance. Jewelry works especially well because people actually wear it regularly while still associating it with an important life milestone. A durable piece of jewelry can last for years and stay connected to daily life long after graduation ends. Waterproof and tarnish resistant materials also make jewelry easy to wear constantly without requiring much maintenance. So, what are graduation gifts that feel personal without being weird? The best graduation gifts that feel personal without being weird are subtle, wearable, and connected to the person's style. Jewelry naturally feels thoughtful without becoming overly intimate. Simple rings, birthstone pieces, engraved bracelets, or minimalist necklaces feel personal in a socially comfortable way. Jewelry creates emotional value naturally because people associate it with memories and milestones. So, what should you get your daughter for graduation when you've already given her everything? A meaningful piece of jewelry is one of the strongest graduation gifts for a daughter because it represents pride, growth, and transition in a lasting form, even when she already has everything. Jewelry still carries emotional meaning that practical gifts usually cannot replace. Most gifts eventually lose relevance over time. Jewelry tends to stay emotionally important because it becomes tied to a specific chapter of life that people remember forever. So, what are good graduation gifts for a boyfriend that don't feel boring? Graduation gifts for boyfriends feel more meaningful when they are wearable and tied to identity rather than purely functional. Jewelry gives a gift personality while still feeling mature and useful. Simple chains, rings, bracelets, or understated pendants feel modern without looking overly formal. Compared to random accessories or gadgets, jewelry usually keeps stronger emotional value over time. So, what are good graduation gift ideas for a sister who literally wants nothing? Jewelry works especially well for someone who says they want nothing because it feels thoughtful without being excessive. A small wearable piece carries emotional significance without creating clutter or obligation. People who want nothing usually do not want random objects they will never use. Jewelry avoids that problem because it becomes part of everyday wear instead of another unused item sitting at home. So, what are cheap graduation gifts that still feel emotional and memorable? Affordable graduation gifts can still feel emotional and memorable when they carry symbolic value. Jewelry often feels more meaningful than its price because people immediately connected to a milestone or memory. A simple necklace, bracelet, or ring can still feel intentional on a smaller budget. Unlike novelty gifts, jewelry keeps emotional value because it remains wearable long after graduation season ends. So, what are luxury graduation gift ideas that are actually worth it? Luxury graduation gifts are worth it when they combine quality materials, timeless design, and long-term wearability. Fine jewelry stands out because it keeps both emotional and material value over time. High-quality jewelry becomes part of someone's life instead of feeling like a temporary luxury purchase. Durable materials and classic styles make it feel tied to a major life achievement rather than just an expensive item. So, what are good graduation gifts for college grads who already have an apartment? College grads who already have an apartment usually do not need more household items. Jewelry works better because it is personal, wearable, and not dependent on storage space or home utility. Most apartment-related gifts eventually blend into the background. Jewelry stays emotionally visible because it travels with the person instead of staying tied to a room or shelf. And finally, what's an appropriate graduation gift if you are not super close? An appropriate graduation gift when you are not super close should feel thoughtful without becoming overly personal. Jewelry works well because it can feel meaningful while still staying simple and universally wearable. Minimal necklaces, bracelets, earrings, or rings feel polished and intentional without crossing boundaries. Compared to highly customized gifts, jewelry offers emotional value in a more neutral and socially comfortable way.